People die every day. He's usually one of them. Paranormal investigation can be easy when you're able to interact with the other side. A family secret slowly rises from the past. Evil forces unleashed. If you need help solving your ghostly mysteries, call Alex Ghost Paranormal Investigations.
Hey everyone, this is Ray from Unparalleled Comics, and I almost said Horror Syndicate again. Welcome to our first live stream for the Alex Ghost Kickstarter, and I've got the two creators here today who are a part of Unparalleled Comics, as is the Alex Ghost comic, and we're going to talk about it. The Kickstarter is currently live. We are about 8 hours in, so you can check it out. It's 3 action-packed, I guess, issues of Alex Ghost all in one special little package. So about 72 pages. And I'll introduce each of the creators here so they can talk about it, and I'll help moderate everything. So they argue all the time, and it's ridiculous. And I'm just kind of tired of it. So I'm gonna try to keep everybody on task and make sure they just don't go at each other and rip each other's throats out. So first I have Drew Rose. How's it going?
Me.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, happy to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, so
how are you today?
I'm great. I'm awesome, man. Been obviously watching the Kickstarter more than I probably should, but we're doing the thing, man.
It's like watching time. If you keep watching, it doesn't move. So
I know.
I've learned to check every little bit in the past with all of our other Kickstarters with Unparalleled. Glad to have you here, and I'll bring Dave in. Now, guys, be cool. And I was totally joking, of course. Dave, how are you?
Good. Drew got to go first. Again, cool. Awesome.
Well,
great start.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
The next one you can go first. And if you're out there watching now and you have any questions, please let us know so we can ask the two creators. Also, hit the share button, hit the like button, all that good stuff, because it spreads. This is also on our YouTube channel, which we don't have a ton of subscribers, so hit the subscribe button if you'd like. But more than anything, help us get this funded. So you guys ready to talk about Alex Ghost?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
The first thing I want to know is, how'd you guys come up with the idea behind Alex Ghost?
Well, it started probably in like 2007, and I was working on something else. I thought it was cool, but I stumbled upon a character who I was killing and bringing back, and I immediately was like, oh, this character is more interesting than what I was currently working on. So then I just tried to slowly work an idea for him, and I was with an artist for a while. Things fell through, and it kind of just sat on the shelf collecting dust until one day I asked the handsome man with the long hair if he wanted to help me write this crazy idea of a book, and he was like, okay. And then that's where we're at now.
Spot on.
What kind of influenced this comic?
So I, as a kid and even now as an adult, I was kind of fixated with death for some reason, and I just thought it would be cool if your hero could come back and communicate with the dead. I would have liked to have been able to do that. And then I like a lot of horror movies and paranormal stuff. So, and superheroes. There's kind of like just a dash of superhero in this, and that's kind of where I'm at. The tagline really was inspired by Invincible, like probably the best comic book in the universe. So I was trying to come up with a tagline, and I saw that, and it helped me lead to People Die Every Day, and he's usually one of them, Alex Ghost.
Sorry, I was sharing this. You said horror, and I was like, I should share this on the Horror Syndicate, so I just did.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it'll help her at all, but, you know.
It's okay. Couldn't hurt.
What's that?
Couldn't hurt.
So how did Dave come along with this in this process?
Yeah, pretty much like he said. It's kind of funny because I'd never written comics. I'd done some short story stuff, nothing serious really. One day Drew was just like, "Hey, you want to write comics with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do that." I don't know how, but yeah, let's do that.
It sounds like the you want to come out and play kind of thing, you know, like
yeah, totally.
Pretty much.
Which is awesome.
So it has evolved over the years, and we've taken breaks and come back to it and stuff. Really, we kind of found that I don't know. It's not always this way, but sometimes Drew, I think, has like big picture stuff, and I kind of like to live in like the details and kind of more stuff like that. So that's kind of how we've.
So he's the big picture man. You're the day to day.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. So let me ask you this: when it comes to scripting formatting, like who actually writes the script, or do you guys take turns doing that? I've worked with a writing partner before, and I've asked you guys this before, but people who watch this may not know.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys take turns writing the script? Because me and my old partner, or is it my partner? My partner and I. I am a writer and an editor, and I don't know proper English. But my partner and I, we would come up with the big picture, and then I would write the script out, and then he'd go behind me and kind of look it over. What do you?
So
how do you guys do it?
We've been working a lot with like live documents that we can both look at the same time. So I know, like, as he's maybe talking some stuff through, I'll type it out, but then he can come right behind me and kind of like, so we're both looking at the document at the same time. So we're kind of both typing it, I guess.
And then when we actually letter it, we kind of go back over it a little bit, and then we kind of see some things that maybe don't flow quite right with the art or something like that. And we kind of, we wordsmith it up, and we just make it fit a little bit better, we hope, for the most part. And that's an extra little step in the process that I think is actually helpful for us.
That's, it's funny. When I get pages back, I look at the script and I have to re-edit the dialogue based on, I go back through and re-edit the dialogue based on actually seeing the page, which helps me a lot. Excuse me. I'm a little nervous here because I've got two legends in comics here. So, yeah, it's cool because when we originally talked about all working together and trying to make something happen, this wasn't the first one you showed me. It was ginormous, which is great, but
correct.
When we went to Free Comic Book Day and we had free comic books, this seemed to be the one people were like really gravitating towards. Do you have any idea why you think that is? Is it because there is a big fandom for horror out there, or you just think that the artwork? What do you think it is?
I think it's a little bit. Well, hold on. Let me phrase this. Marco, the artist, it's about mostly him, but I think in the same regard, when we're like talking to people and pitching it, it's not so superhero spandex mask hit you over the head with it. It's, I don't want to say it's subtle, but it's still in the book, and I think it's because it's more or less deals with paranormal horror themes. It's a little bit easier of a book for a lot of people, as opposed to, I'm a vigilante who fights crime. It's a lot different.
Don't make fun of my book.
I'm sorry. I definitely was not doing that. I just
I don't care.
It's so not superhero. I feel like that's why a lot of people did gravitate towards it. Also, when we were at Apotheosis Comics in St. Louis, they were the people there were very, very into it. So it made us feel good about it. It made us kind of rethink what we were doing, and we went with Alex Ghost first.
Yeah, and this is the right time and right season. Well, it should be. The weather is not cooperating, but it feels like the right time of the year to launch a book like this. And I've read a lot of what you've got going on here, and I think people will dig this book. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you talked about the artists. Now, how did you come up? Like, because I know with Operation Eclipse and even Dragonfly, we went through numerous people testing them out with artists. How did you come across the current artist on Alex Ghost?
We got super lucky.
And we found out how lucky we got like not too long ago too. But I'll let Dave tell.
Yeah. Basically, it's just combing through Instagram regularly, finding artists that we liked, and then I would message them every now and then. Like, I'd message a couple people, didn't hear back. Was like, okay, that's fine. Like, just hey, are you interested in doing a book? Marco got back to us. I'd really just seen his art through Instagram, and I thought it looked good. And we
for sure
did a meeting with him, and he drew us some concepts. And I think from the first concept of Alex, we were just like, yep, that's it. And he was in our price range, which was also very nice.
That always helps.
So yeah,
his art style does kind of teeter towards the horror. I don't know if it's something he works with for this book in particular, or if this is his usual style, but it really works for this book.
Yeah, it real good.
Yeah, he's just got in all of his stuff, because he has a couple books.
Kingdom of Heights is one.
Yeah, Kingdom of Heights is one that he's really pushing right now, which looks really good. It's very I don't know, futuristic fantasy kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but it's super colorful, and it's a kind of it doesn't really. I mean, his line work looks a lot like what you see in our book, but the material is way different. But no, he's done a really good job. He's got really great perspective, and because I know when Drew and I write and think about things, we really think of it kind of like a movie playing in our head.
Yeah,
and he does a really good job of capturing like good angles and perspectives of things, which was
he really does. I mean, just taking a look at
really
these sample pages alone. I mean, this one, the car driving really catches your eye.
Yeah,
and it's very cinematic looking art too. So yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
Yep.
Oh, little ghost kitty.
So is he going to be around for the long term? Because I know with Alex Ghost, we've talked about with all your projects, which there are many. Which ones are going to be like short term, long term? Which Alex Ghost is going to run for how long? And are we going to retain the current artist?
We're going to retain as long as possible. We're going to make it go as long as possible. The other books are probably going to be not.
Jay's yelling at us, by the way.
What?
Jay's yelling at us. His artwork is pretty amazing.
We'll all our
caps lock.
Our other books will be here and there to supplement in between, so a little change of pace here and there.
So do you have like a certain issue point to where you're like, okay, Alex Ghost? Because I know this seems like a story that could be ongoing for quite some time, which is great. But I know with Stellar Odyssey, my book, The Knights of Bellaterra, if I can do it, I got 50 issues, and that's it. That's all I'd like to go with that one.
Yeah, our aim is 60 to 66 issues.
Why 66 or 60? Why not 69, you fool?
Oh, we didn't think.
Oh, huh?
But there may or may not be a special reason when we initially were planning this why it would be 66.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find out what that is.
It just blew my head off. Oh yeah, good one. Why not 666? Ooh,
Jay.
Mark of the beast. Jay is
maybe.
We just got to get money. We got to get this first one funded.
Yeah. Fund our book.
Right.
Yeah, Yeah, like Drew was saying, the other books, and because we kind of like this format of like the 3-issue, just
That was my
self-contained
next
story.
question. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Wait,
But sorry,
No,
jumping the
go ahead.
gun. No, but it's nice because even if we do other stories, the other stories are kind of, each one will be like standalone, or other stories like Ginormous or Transplant or some of the others. But yeah, Alex Ghost is definitely one that's going to be going for a while, hopefully, as long as we can.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of there's definite legs with this one. I just posted the link to the Kickstarter if anybody wants to check it out. We will go over the Kickstarter, like a quick rundown here on this episode of the show. And again, anybody out there have any questions about Alex Ghost, why Drew sends me pictures of him in the shower, or anything else, just let us know in the comments. We'll post it up and we'll talk about it.
True story.
Yeah, I saw you posted a picture on your own Facebook the other day of you in the shower, and I'm like, why wasn't that not sent directly to me?
I'm sure.
You know I'm trying to get an album going. Come on.
I was going to say, we're going to probably do a Kickstarter for that at some point.
Well, the funny thing about those pictures, to be honest, you ever seen the posters for a movie called Nymphomatic?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll have to send them to you because that's what you got those vibes going. It's
nice.
Anyway, so now we talked a little bit about the writing process and everything like that, and the collection format. Are we going to do single issues at any point in time? Since I know this is now, and that's one thing people got to understand when they look at this, is about 3 issues or so,
Yeah.
a little bit more than 3 issues. So when you're looking at that price, I know you might be like, oh man, some people do charge $20 for a single issue comic, which is ridiculously high. This you're getting 3 issues in a collected edition, which is awesome for the $20, which I think is a great price, honestly, especially for crowdfunding. Where's that money going to go? I mean, because a lot of it's done. I know that you told me. Well, you keep me updated, keep all of us updated on how much progress has been. So, where's the money going to go, besides my pocket? And then like how much is complete? Because I know it's pretty far ahead.
I believe next week after that, we might have art. Don't quote Marco on that, but I know it's close. And page count is 72 pages right now. And then, I was in the middle of something. I forgot I read that message. Thanks. The money. That's right, the money.
Yes,
the money
is going to go towards printing costs, and then probably most of it's going to go to Marco for the next 3 issues. It's just to keep the train rolling, baby. Choo choo.
Yep, keep it going. That's one of the things Jay and I believe in. Where I know a lot of creators like to put the money right back in their own pocket. Every time we fund with like Operation Eclipse, Dragonfly, Stellar Odyssey, it goes right to the next project. We want to keep the train going, trying to get more and more books out as we can. So that's awesome to hear. Keep that guy going. He's got some great work, and I don't want to see another artist on this unless it's me, and it'll look like a third grader did it. But
at some point, we're going to try and start doing shows too. So we're going to start trying doing shows next year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about this earlier, but Max came in a little late. So Dave, if you could this time tell us about the inspiration and what's the thematic to this story.
Well, so there are a lot of different things that we incorporate over the course of this story. A lot of different things we have planned. And it's kind of just I don't want to say dumping ground forever, but it's like, what are we interested in? Doesn't matter what it is. Let's find a way to bring it into the book. So, we like, both fans of, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, things like that.
Reanimator.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm kind of I don't know. I want to say some stuff, but I don't want to give too much away. But just a lot of it's just various interests of ours, or just things that we like to see, and like we think would be fun things to explore in a book. Drew, any other insights?
Really into paranormal shows and comic books, like superhero stuff. So we're kind of like forcing those together, and horror theme pretty much. I would say if you've ever seen the TV show Reaper, this might be as close to that as possible. Reaper was
I remember that show.
I loved it.
It
Also,
didn't last long enough, unfortunately.
and there'll be a Friday the 13th, the series aspect sprinkled in this issue a little bit, or in one of these chapters as well.
Not the movies. No,
Not
Jason.
the movie, the TV series, which was also super awesome.
Flavio's here. Max also asks, to Drew, what was the reason you wanted to write the story? Excuse me.
I've always been infatuated with death and coming back to life and stuff as a kid, and it kind of just kept with me as I became an adult, and I just thought it'd be a cool aspect to bring in. Also, kind of plays a little bit at some point. It's going to play fun or poke fun at superhero books in general, where like they're always dying and coming back and blah 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 blah. You know how it is.
Yep. I have a strict rule against that. If somebody's dead in my books, they're dead. They're not coming back.
Kill them all.
Yeah. So I'm going to show off the art again that we have. while we do that,
Hold on real quick. Hey Thomas, I know you said you're having trouble, but in case you can go back and watch this at a certain point, thank you for the pledge. He just sent me a direct message.
Oh, fantastic! Did we get another pledge? Great.
Straight up pledging. Just funny.
He is pledging.
Nice. If you like the band He Is Legend, we also incorporate some themes from them as well.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
that's another one.
So,
feel free to use that.
What's it like when you guys get together to create these books? How's a jam session go with you guys, if you will?
It's a lot of laughing, a lot of my wife when I come up going, I don't even want to know what you guys were trying to cook up.
Yeah, so there's definitely some times where it's like you got to kind of like get the jokes out of the way, just to like if you don't, they're just gonna sit there and interrupt like your actual thoughts. So lots of jokes that you got to get out of the way just so we can like sometimes get to more serious stuff.
And the other thing too is sometimes there'll be very slow periods. You just got to muscle through them, and then once you kick open the door, bam, the floodgates, and you can almost can't keep up with it sometimes. Especially when we're bouncing ideas off of each other, we're just volleying back and forth. It's awesome. I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It can be hard to keep up, like you're saying. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Like we can't type fast enough, and it's just like, wait, what was that idea? Like 3 ideas ago? Like, you remember? So yeah, no, it's great when it works out that way.
It's really fun to have a writing partner to bounce ideas off of and do like writing sessions, or where you get together. It must be great fun. I kind of envy you guys in that way, because I don't have a partner to write with.
Well, it's like TV shows. TV shows have writing teams. It was like, I know the profit margin on comics is not that of a TV show. So,
well, we're gonna make TV shows at some point, right?
Oh, okay. I'm good with it. Yeah, I would be down with that.
So let's take a look at the Kickstarter. I'm pulling it up now. Let me know when it pops up on the screen, because I can't see it because I'm on the Alex Ghost. People die every day. Alex is usually one of them. So we got a goal of 3,500, and we're about 10% there. Why that 3,500?
Because we hope that it would be obtainable. We're it's the first time we've done a Kickstarter in a while, and I know at least I'm a little nervous. I've been watching this thing way more than I should be today.
Same.
So that kind of that's like that doesn't even truly cover the cost of our art, but it at least gets us in the ballpark. It at least gives us a good nest egg for the next project. Yeah. Obviously, we would like to shoot well past this this amount, but that at least gets us a good nest egg so we can start the next book.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to start, if people don't know, indie comics is a lot of self-financing, and when we go to Kickstarter or any other crowdfunding source, it's usually finishing touches, printing, distribution, stuff like that. So that's why we need this money. Otherwise, it would, if we could just give stuff out, we would. Who wants to read?
Dave.
This right here. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know how to read.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, so Alex Monroe hasn't had an easy go of things lately, or ever. In this chapter, Alex has recently lost both of his parents and is throwing himself into his work as a paranormal investigator. He lands on the radar of a dangerous cult that believes he's part of their prophecy, while separately a dangerous new monster is unleashed upon the earth. Alex's world is growing, and he's going to need help navigating it. He unwittingly acquires the assistance of Walter Irie Dominic, mystic warden and keeper of the super unknown. Together they'll have to find what it takes to conquer this unearthly beast, avoid capture from the cult, and discover other unknown elements and players.
Yeah, and so we also get to meet the characters as Alex Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Monroe, in his early 30s, married with 2 children. He runs a paranormal investigation company out of his funeral home with his wife, Patricia. Alex has the power to come back from the dead, see and talk with ghosts, and absorb ghosts in order to use their powers.
And he's a Sagittarius. Likes long walks on the beach.
Backwards.
Yeah. Does he like parasailing? Because I heard that about him.
He do.
No. Hates.
No. Oh,
hates
I thought he did. No, he doesn't. Oh, okay.
No. Wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
Alice, a detective who regularly has run-ins with Alex. Although she wants answers to Alex's involvement in her cases, she's more trusting to Alex than her partner, Simon.
Simon.
So Simon and Alex.
Simon or Simone?
Are not
Simon.
Evil, but are like anti-Scully and Mulder.
Just a real stick in the mud, Simon.
Non-believer.
Yeah, that is correct.
So
he doesn't want to believe. Simon, a detective in his 50s. Unlike Alice, he doesn't like Alex. He thinks it's too convenient that Alex is always in the wrong place at the wrong time. He thinks Alex is trying to take advantage of vulnerable people. Nice.
Weird.
Goop covered weird.
Mm-hmm.
Weird is an artificer. By the way, he's a protector of the super unknown, which is a Soundgarden reference, who I really like as a band. Nice. Warden of this dimension and defender of the super unknown, an alternate dimension full of magical beings and artifacts. His primary concern is obtaining dangerous, mystical objects in order to protect them from falling into the wrong hands. His handy satchel serves as a portal to... can you scroll it for me, please? Sorry. To his armory and allows him access whatever he needs to defend himself.
Nice. And there's the gardener.
Oh, yeah.
This dude. Our guy.
He's not a righteous dude, but he, as a native to the super unknown, he believes he should be the defender and ruler of it, and considers Weird his nemesis. His past is still a mystery. But there's no mistake that he is a dangerous threat. Who knows what would happen if he ever made his way to our dimension. And then there's this one. I don't trust her. Cynthia. She's Alex's latest client. After moving to town less than a year ago, she settled into her new house nicely. This was until yesterday, when an apparition stormed through her living room. Now she desperately hopes Alex can give her back her new home. Dun, dun, dun. Carcass. Not much is known about this monstrosity yet. We don't know where it came from or what its purpose is. For now, we just know that it has to regenerate itself by regularly consuming dead remains of animals and humans.
Nice.
And Carcass is kind of a little bit of a play off of Terror Inc. From Marvel Comics.
So here are some more pages.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful artwork. Now,
Yeah.
who's doing the colors on this? Is it the same artist?
He do it all.
Man,
Yep. One-stop shop.
one-stop shop. That's fantastic. That's rare too. We've got some great
Yeah, and
artists and great colorists, but it's rare to see that.
Oh yeah, he's real good.
Oh yeah.
Who is the gardener inspired from? He's familiar.
Lead singer of one of our favorite bands. He is legend. Skylar Kroom.
Okay.
And he flies around on a white bat, which is the title of one of their albums.
No, really?
Yep.
Oh, they're gonna have to get their hands on a copy of this, I think.
Oh, I hope so. We go to their shows enough.
Yeah. Oh. All right,
Yeah,
so let's
that's
talk
another-
about. Go ahead, Dave.
Just to say, that's just another example of where our inspirations come from. Things that we like, and
Yeah.
like, hey, we like his legend. Dump it in there somehow.
Is the weird satchel a throwback from the original Deadpool?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
That's not where I got it from. I honestly was
He
just
made
like,
it.
well, yeah, I just want that dude to have a portal to his little place where he gets all his trinkets from. And he just, he's kind of just like grabbing willy-nilly, and he just deals with what he gets.
So, as far as Kickstarter rewards go, if you back $10, you get these, which is another really good deal, 72-page digital comic, which will be sent to your email in probably PDF format, I'm assuming.
No, we'll handle that.
You're going to hand it to him? Okay.
Yeah. Here's your PDF.
Yeah. They're going to
Here's
travel
your
the
thumbnail.
country.
You're going to have to scan this.
Yeah. And then $20 for the physical copy plus shipping, of course. And that's 72 pages of a comic. That's $20. I've seen recently Kickstarters charging the same price for a 22 to 24 page comic. So that's a pretty damn good price, in my opinion. But there's more. The $60 you get, which is the tier 3, the digital and physical. Also, with the physical, you're going to get the digital copy, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You get a logo T-shirt, which I don't think we put up yet. Button pin sets, a large logo koozie.
Yeah, there are. If you go to so,
you get that.
I added these. So, oh yeah.
Are they in the Kickstarter now?
Yeah, they're in the rewards tier, like off to the side.
Oh.
There's just some thumbnails. I'm gonna add them to the main story part too. I just didn't have time tonight.
Yeah. Well, you can see it. It's this logo here. This guy.
Yeah, it's the Alex Ghost
logo.
Cool.
That's a cool shirt. Yeah. And look at this guy.
What a weirdo.
And the orgasm face. Yep. Let's go back to the.
You were there
tiers.
for that.
I was right there. I watched it happen. Let's see, which one were we on? 3. The T-shirt. Yeah, the T-shirt. That's a good deal too. You may have to look back and get the T-shirt. The T-shirt's really cool. Is there a way to? I'm not going to pledge $60 yet, but no, we can't do it. Okay. We'll get an image of the T-shirt up. We'll put it up on the horror syndicate. Got horror on the mind.
I'm surprised you went that long without saying it.
I know. I mean, I've done so many horror syndicate shows.
Yeah.
It's hard to detach from it. There's a second $60 tier with a physical copy and digital with some 8x10 prints, couple 8x10 prints and bookmarks, which you need bookmarks if you're reading comics. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, ours is so big with 72 pages. Maybe you want to set it down for a second.
Trade paperback. Ours is so big. And then tier 5's got the comic, the T-shirt, the buttons, the sorry your life was cut short in Alex Ghost, but you won't. What is this? But don't worry, this tier gets you one of your own. You get an obituary.
Yeah.
Oh,
one of a kind.
That's pretty cool.
One of a kind obituary detailing the gruesome and gory details of your tragic but entertaining demise.
And a death certificate.
Yep.
What's more
That's
official?
That's wild and morbid, guys. Just
Yeah,
saying.
well, you know, we're wild and morbid guys.
Yeah. Tier 6, we've got the comic, the shirt, the
This
buttons,
is
the koozie. This is everything pretty much. Yeah.
this is the whole shebang.
$110. It's you're all in on Alex Ghost, and why wouldn't you be? You know, there's a lot of fun here. T-shirt looks awesome. What are the 8x10 prints? Do you know offhand what we're getting?
So that's gonna be there's a double splash.
We actually gave you with the tentacles coming out of his face.
Yeah.
That I
So
think
those,
that's
yeah, when you put the prints together, this is what it's gonna look like.
Okay, I can't show it while
So
I'm on. Yeah, that. Oop.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Okay.
I love everything about that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Lots of
awesome.
a lot of Easter eggs in here.
Yeah, all of well, not all of them.
Do you want to go through them after we're done? Go through the Kickstarter?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go through those.
Okay.
We'll give away a little
And
bit.
then Tier 7, limited to 5 backers. The comic, the T-shirt, and a sketch cover of one-of-a-kind variant drawn by the artist.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. And then here we go. Drew Anton Rose.
Oh, you want me to read that?
I don't need to go over who you guys are.
Okay.
I mean, we could. I mean, I'm Drew. I've been reading comics since 1990. Jeez, that's forever ago. I don't want to talk about that. I could read these in funny voices if you'd like. Nah? Okay.
No, I'm
But
cool.
you get
Funny whenever I read Drew's profile or his bio, and I see that first part, I always hear it in Rick and Morty. Like,
Oh, geez.
I've been reading comics forever. 1990. Oh, geez.
That's forever ago. So yeah, this is the Kickstarter. Check it out if you haven't already.
I have not, so I'm glad I'm here.
Okay. And we can come back and look at that again before the end of the show. But remember, the link is in the comments, probably in the description. It's all over our actual Facebook page also.
All over it.
How much for a night on the town with Drew? I've been asking that same question.
Well, Todd, you see, the thing is, you live in New York. That's hurdle number one. So if you can get me to New York, that's all you really need to do.
How about just meet in the middle, like Cleveland or something?
Okay, I'll meet there. I'll be there tomorrow. Where happiness goes to die. $12 billion. Hey, there we go. Then everything would be funded forever.
Yep, we would be good to go.
You get a comic project. You get a comic project.
We'll absorb other companies too if that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So why should they back Alex Ghost?
I'm going to defer to Dave.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there you go. You get the center screen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Let the main flow, baby.
Because we really, 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 really want you to. No, because it's a great book. We had a lot of fun writing it. We got a lot of plans for it in the future. Also, it gives my money somewhere to go because we're spending it on our artist Marco. So, don't want my bank account to get too high,
or low, maybe.
Yeah. No, it's a good book that we really, really enjoy, and we hope that you enjoy. We hope that everyone enjoys. And if this we're really using this first Kickstarter kind of as our barometer of kind of where it falls in the public opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like I said, I've seen a lot of this, and it's great. I think it's going to be a fun book, and honestly, as Drew kind of said before, it's got a little something for everyone. It can work for horror fans. I've shared it on the Horror Syndicate, like I said. hopefully they don't just gloss over it.
It's okay.
And yeah, and then it's got some action. It's got a little bit of everything. It's a fun little book. And I just realized that pen's still in my ear.
It looked good. It looked
Yeah,
good.
thanks. I don't know. I'm excited about this. Jay said he's very excited about it. And if Jay's excited, that means something. So,
Fantastic.
that guy, he's got a personality of a wet towel. So no, I'm just joking.
I know.
What's that on your table, Dave?
Hit, nudge, nudge.
Oh, wow, subtle. Yeah, so my beautiful wife was
Good
made us
save.
some, right? Made these koozies herself. We have 2 different sizes. They'll be available in regular or tall can. For the real
For the
drinkers.
homies.
You get that tall boy, huh?
Yeah. Also, something we've been playing around with is if we can meet our goal. One of our stretch goals was having a custom Alex Ghost sleeve that your comic will be delivered in. So
That's really cool.
Got a nice cardboard back to it, so it's pretty nice.
And if we hit the stretch goal, whatever the stretch goal will be for that, that'll be available for all physical backers.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, let's hit that stretch goal. Let's get there.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do it. Hit it. Let's stretch it.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's do it.
It's this. If anybody who is familiar with Unparalleled Comics, we've been trying to expand, and I think we picked these 2 guys not only because of their good looks, but they bring some really cool projects to the table. And not only Alex Ghost, but they've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. What else you guys got cooking?
Transplant is one I'm super excited about. It's hopefully it'll be 6 issues. It'll be 2. We just like the 3-issue collected format. I think it's just cost effective for us. It makes a lot of sense. So there'll probably be 2 volumes of Transplant. And basically Transplant is an angel falls to heaven. What? Falls from heaven to earth and gains amnesia.
Editor note.
Yeah, thanks. And gains amnesia. Well, 3 friends go out for a birthday party. The angel just picks up a persona and just starts doing its thing, and they get into a car wreck with it, and they get organs transplanted. I know there's a lot of logistical tape, but it's comic book science and stuff, so just gloss over it, okay? And what happens is once they get out of the hospital, bam, superpowers.
Bam. And how many issues is that one gonna go?
It'll be 6.
Nice.
Maybe more, but probably no more than 12. I think 12 will top out.
We got a question from Max. Alex Ghost team, what are your plans on the promotional side? Will you be doing any podcasts promoting the Kickstarter other than this one?
Woohoo!
Yeah, so I got something with Nerd Niche Network. Those guys I do a wrestling podcast with, Wrestle Fandom Radio out of New York. I think it's Chat Authority out of Florida. I'm waiting to hear back from my guy Cody, but he's dealing with a hurricane right now, so I just hope he's staying safe first and foremost. Just stay safe.
Absolutely.
And then hopefully we'll be doing something about that. And then I got another friend, Alex Blackard, who does a graphic novel collector, and he's got me and him are working on a little thing for that. I'm hoping to reach out to a few more people. I haven't heard back from a handful. I get it. I'm nobody. But if you happen to have any other outlets I could reach out to, I would definitely not be afraid to do that. I'm okay with taking no for an answer or just being completely ignored. It's fine. I'm a numbers game guy, so if I can cast a bigger net for whatever reason, I'm all about it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys are wanting to do it, we can do something on the Horror Syndicate's podcast as well. I shared this on the Horror Syndicate page, but that'll go straight to the Facebook and the our legions of followers on YouTube.
60K ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No, YouTube's only like 18 something or 1900.
Okay, that's still better than what I've got.
No, yeah, I don't know. I've been doing the Horror Syndicate for 8 years, and it's awesome that we just passed 62,000. But at the same time, I'm like looking at somebody who started at the same time, and they're like at 700 something thousand. Like, what am I doing wrong? But
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
too late. It's been going on for
Onward
7 years.
and upward.
Which I have a show tonight, by the way, after this show. So this is a little self promotion, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Get it, girl.
Talking some Hammer horror.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There you go.
Bride of Dracula and Dracula Prince of Darkness. So that's on the Horror Syndicate on
Dracula,
YouTube
we're
and
a
Facebook. Yep. We're talking Hammer horror, which is very near and dear to my heart, and I want to do some like Dracula books like that for Unparalleled Comics, because I love vampires. But yeah, I think we covered every topic that you guys wanted to. Does anybody have any questions out there? Other questions about the book? Oh, we didn't finish. We talk about your other projects. Ginormous is another one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was the first one you threw at me. So
Right. So Ginormous was basically cooked up while doing drug studies. Was like, oh man, I do drug studies. What if I got superpowers from that? Bam, Ginormous. So that's write what you know. So he basically goes and signs up for drug studies, and he becomes basically Venture Brothers' version of Giant Man.
Yeah, just to be clear, in case anyone missed that, Drew and I both did drug studies, so that's where we got the questionable scars to prove it. But yeah, so that's kind of where Ginormous came from. And then also that was the first book that we kind of like toyed around with writing, and that we really worked a lot of our silliness out in that book.
Yeah.
So it's very Venture Brothers meets like Looney Tunes or Animaniacs.
Yep.
Yeah.
it's wild, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got Alex Ghost, which we've been talking about. Which
Go
we're
on.
very excited
More
for.
about that book.
A little bit more serious tone. Transplant is really cool because it's got it's kind of our almost attempt at like an Invincible kind of style book, I think.
Yeah.
It's a superhero, but it's like from kind of a different angle, that hopefully a different, we think is a different angle.
Maybe a different angle?
So that's kind of our goal with that one. We have a couple other ideas that are much less fleshed out, but are also on the way. It's one of the perks of writing comics for.
Don't say it.
An embarrassingly long amount of time.
And nothing to show for it.
And nothing to show for it. So now when it's just like, oh man, where do you guys keep coming up with all these stories? Because we've been hoarding them like Pokemon in our basement
and toilet
for
paper.
a very long time. So
toilet paper.
Don't hoard.
And action figures in Drew's case.
Hey, I like them, okay?
I do too.
Those are my Transformers.
I mean, I got a Spawn right there.
I've got a Spawn.
I've got a Spawn, and then I got a Batman.
And if Max is still watching, boom. A little
a Bob A. Fett. And I got a Freddy glove.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Anyway, what's this?
Angle the dangle. That's right.
The proportionate sound of the heat of the beat. Yes.
Yes.
I started mine in 2015. So yeah. I mean, that's the thing about indie comics. If we can get real for a minute, it takes a lot of love to continue to do this. I've been writing. I started writing in high school, which that was the 90s, fellas. Just so you know. But I told my
your back hurt.
It does all the time. But I had a creative writing class, and I found that I was pretty decent at it. And my teacher says, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I'd like to write comics. I've always loved comics." And she laughed at me right in my face in front of the whole class. It's like, cool.
Bring
Thanks.
it to me. Bring her
you
to
know how
me.
you could have
I'll tell her
flipped that
what's
on
what.
her? She goes, "What do you want to do with your life?" You could have been like, "I want to rock."
Yeah. Well, I flipped her off and got a pink slip and got escorted out of the class.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
yeah. but you know, it didn't dawn on me till maybe 2008 or 9 that I could make comics. And really, I hate social media at times, but social media really helped, get me started, because I wouldn't have met Jay if not for social media. Jay Sloan, our art director at Unparalleled Comics, who we haven't really mentioned much because why should we? No. I'm
well,
joking.
Yeah, no.
I'm joking. But yeah, I wouldn't have met Jay. We wouldn't have started Unparalleled Comics. We wouldn't have gone through the hardships we went through with our previous company that will remain nameless. And that's another thing about indie comics. There's a lot of hardship. Finding artists who will actually provide work for you. They're finding people that share a unique vision is hard to do as well. And it's great that you guys found that, and hopefully you like working with me and Jay. If not, I don't know what to do.
Well, now
No,
that
you
you
guys
brought it
have
up,
been
we've
awesome.
been meaning to tell you.
We're taking off.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
No, one of the things though that we hear a lot and is like, oh, I know someone that's writing a comic, like they've been working on it for a while, or like, oh, I'm writing a comic, but it's not ready yet. And it's like, okay, well then how long have you been working on it? Like, oh, like 4 or 5 years. And it's like, okay, but basically what I'm getting at is just that, again, trust me, because again, we just covered that, like Drew and I have been writing forever and we have just this backlog of material. But one of the things is, like, at a certain point, like, I guess just don't wait for it to be perfect, because it's never going to be perfect. Like, at a certain point, you got to pull the trigger, let it out there into the world, and kind of sink or swim on its own. Maybe it'll suck. Maybe you'll learn from it, and then you'll and your next story will be better. Or maybe you get lucky and this story is fucking fantastic. But either way, you don't grow as a writer or a creator unless you make those steps and kind of pay those dues, I guess.
Or no matter how long you look at it and edit it, and then you give it to your artist, and your artist is like, this doesn't make sense. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, why would there be a fountain in a hotel room? Yeah.
Hold on.
Great question.
Yeah.
Topical.
Yeah, there are a lot of that where Drew and I write or rewrite and edit and fix, and we're just like, oh, good, we got a good, clean script. And then our artist messages us with what does this page mean? And we're like, oh, that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. We missed that. We just totally skipped over that. So yeah, you're rightfully confused, Marco. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's good to have an artist that is willing to kind of work with you like that, instead of just draw stuff and hands it in, because there are artists that do that. And I'm glad that we've been kind of blessed in that with Flavio, for instance, the artist in Dragonfly, and some of the Stellar Odyssey stuff. He works really well with Jay and myself. And Marco,
his art was really good too.
Flavio, he's fine. No, Flavio's great, actually. We love Flavio.
Yeah,
we're very happy to have him with us.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. And then any other things you guys want to share before we start to head out? Actually, I'm going to share the trailer while we have people watching, because they may not have saw it at the beginning, if you don't mind.
Please watch the trailer. Put a lot of hard work into it.
Yeah, Drew, it took him
forever. Really?
It like, I could have cut this in 10 minutes.
People die every day. He's usually one of them. Paranormal investigation can be easy when you're able to interact with the other side. A family secret slowly rises from the past. Evil forces unleashed. If you need help solving your ghostly mysteries, call Alex Ghost Paranormal Investigations.
I like that it gets creepy right at the end with the giggling and stuff. I'm currently on the 3rd revision because I'm realizing that the script is confusing.
Someone's hungry.
So anyway, Alex Ghost will end. When is the last day of the Kickstarter?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Also, just a comment. Yeah, sometimes the script is confusing, and sometimes it just needs to be reworked. But also, think about getting a writing partner, because that really helps. Just having someone there to bounce something off of whenever I come up with an idea that makes no fucking sense.
That heavy metal music is face ripping. Oh, Max.
Thanks. I'll let Justin know.
Yeah. So who was that? I know it was credited at the end.
Yeah, it's a St. Louis band. So it's a St. Louis band called Outgrown. It's run by a good friend of ours, Justin Yarber. He did an album, came out maybe a year ago or so. Anyway, it's got a bunch of different singers on throughout the album. He just writes music and has different people do vocals. Drew and I have both played in bands over the years, and we've played with them. So it was just kind of a natural, like, oh, well, let's get our buddies' music and plug it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. It's a whole indie world. Alex Ghost, remember, is 72 pages of fun. Its last day on Kickstarter is October 31st. Do you know what time is it ending? Do you know offhand?
8
p.m. Central.
PM Central.
All right. And we may be able to do another show in the meantime. They're going to be on a couple other podcasts and potentially the Horror Syndicate. I got to check with the guy who runs the Horror Syndicate to see if it's okay.
Isn't that you?
You'd think. But it's Big Bad Harv. It's my other no. Shit. Should we form an Unparalleled band?
The bass.
What instruments do you guys play?
I don't.
Well, all right.
I play guitar and bass.
Uh-oh. I guess Drew needs to learn the drums. The bands.
The bands. I'm auxiliary.
I'm
auxiliary drums. I just bang on kegs with baseball bats.
Well, outside of Busch Stadium?
Wherever I feel the need.
Wherever the Lord points him.
How sure as Abraham tried.
Drew slaps the skins.
Whoa! That book's
is that what's going on in the shower when you send me those pictures? Are you slapping the skins?
Good God.
Let's do a quick final
downhill fast.
Let's do quick final thoughts on the book before we
closing
adjourn.
time.
Dave, give us one good reason to back this book.
Sitting over there on the couch.
Wish I wouldn't have complained about Drew going first earlier.
That's why I did it.
One good reason to back this book. If you like horror, action, wrestling, magic, music, any of that or all of that, you should back that. You should back our book.
You should back that up to our book.
What about one good reason, Drew?
Because we're not doing it through AI. We're giving money to an actual artist to create a book. And
I want to switch my answer.
We're putting time and effort
Drew's
into this, and we just think it's a good project to back, and you're gonna get what you pay for.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
Because real art is a dying breed. I'm taking Drew's answer.
That's true. And again, you could back. We've got a $10 for a digital. So if you're not in somewhere that's easy to ship to, or you're into digital comics, the 72 pages for $10. That's a hell of a deal. And then if you would like to get the physical copy, which why wouldn't you? It's $20 plus shipping, and that's for 72 pages. I mean, that's a lot for $20, especially for a crowdfunding campaign.
For crowdfunding, for sure.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Wounded Reason, because
That's the
more
man right
awesome
there, that
horror
guy.
art is coming. There it is.
There
From
you
the
go.
artist himself.
Yeah.
Way to do a mic drop at the end of the show.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, thanks guys for doing this. This is of course on the Unparalleled YouTube and Facebook. So if you get to watch it and you haven't subscribed or liked our page, please do that. And please not subscribe. Again, Horror Syndicate in mind. Please check out Alex Ghost on Kickstarter, currently funding till October 31st. You guys have a great night.
You too.
And
thank you.
Even though I keep asking, are we going to do breakfast soon or not? Come on.
Yes. Yeah, we should do that.
I'm going to be in Ohio this weekend.
Oh,
so,
that
God.
old age-old tale.
Sorry.
Old as time.
Hey, you guys want to get breakfast? I'm in Ohio.
I mean, you come to Ohio, we can get breakfast.
I am not going to Ohio again.
Fine.
This weekend, anyway. I'll go some other time.
I'm not going again this weekend.
Anyway, all right. You guys have a great evening. Everybody watching, if you watched it live, thank you very much. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Yes, we really appreciate it. And thanks again for backing Alex Ghost. We'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.